There we go.
Yeah, it's working.
Okay, there we go. All right. It's 6:48. We're starting. Welcome, everybody. Did anybody, do you need a paper copy of the minutes for note taking?
I'm good, thank you.
Did anybody have any corrections or additions, deletions to the last? Oh, I'm calling the meeting to order. Deletions about the last meeting minutes from October.
No.
Nothing, nothing that was missing or incorrect that I could see. With the notes.
Okay, so for the first agenda item, we have no problems. I'm going to propose or motion that we accept the minutes as reviewed by the four of us.
Seconded.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, good. We were, nobody knows what we were doing beforehand. So in terms of outreach to other commissioners, I attempted to contact Melissa Cox twice. She never kind of voicemail, so I don't know if it was actually her or not, but never got anything back. Anyone else had any luck? I know you talked about Mr. Carter. Well, is Carter
Oh, Carter's a female.
a fee? Okay.
Well, I think
Yes, Carter is now staying at my place,
Oh,
but she works very long hours. Well, our work hours don't overlap much, so I haven't actually managed to sit down and talk to her about anything yet.
Right.
But she's with me for a couple more weeks, so I will get some information. If you have any questions you want to ask.
well, I mean, I think it would be cool, and I guess I'm trying to kill two birds with one stone, is if she would be willing to like give us 15 minutes and do it via the Zoom.
Yep.
So we could then test that that really works.
Sure.
And we could, just say, give us 15 minutes. What went on when you were there? Because it
Right.
seemed like
Yeah.
you were in the heyday,
Yeah,
Yeah. That would be, I think, very helpful and to get the ball
Sure.
rolling on
I
that.
will.
When you were reaching out to Melissa Cox, was that about getting new members or?
No, I was gonna
asking for
invite her to
history?
come here because she
Yeah.
had been on this in the.
Oh, right, yeah.
In the
no,
distant
okay,
past.
Yeah, no, got it, yeah.
So, and I, she ended up with she's no longer, I think, a city commissioner, but was.
Yeah.
do you have an email for her?
No, I don't.
Val Gilman probably has that.
That would be helpful. And you have hers, right?
I got Val's.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
think I
can ask
Just,
Val.
yeah, see if she has.
But
an
also
email.
Melissa's on Facebook. I could reach out.
Oh, see, I don't have Facebook, so.
All right, yeah, I could do that if you
Okay.
make a note of it. I'll see it in the minutes and I'll do so.
Okay. Yeah, in fact, I guess you could do it in a bag. I saw that she's like a photographer, I think, and she sells photography.
Is
So
she?
that on Good Morning Gloucester. too.
All right, yeah.
All right.
Yes, I have to admit, I thought having Carter stay would be a very easy way to get to talk to her.
Absolutely.
But no,
Very little
she
get the
works
ball
incredibly
rolling,
hard,
the third agenda item is about Hugo. Any follow-up on those gentlemen?
He went away,
Okay,
and I haven't been able to talk to him since, but over the holiday, we will be seeing them.
okay.
So I suspect it'll be let's work it out, and prep the group who it will be and look towards the spring.
Yeah, I think at this point now, yeah,
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
Are
right.
we talking about the DPW guy?
No,
No, we're talking about the gentleman,
Gregarious
The
gentlemen, was
gentleman that
that?
want to walk around and clean?
Yeah.
generous gentleman who will be, they go on all their walks, so it's like give them a poking stick and a bag, they'll clean up as they go, sort of thing. What's next?
It was, any follow-up on the city getting back to you on a mechanism? Because it was sounded like they were pretty adamant that we can't invent our own system. So they have to give you space or a way to do it.
Yeah, and I have to go into City Hall and have a meeting and
Okay.
stuff with them to do that. I
So it's
just,
time consuming
it's, yeah,
because you got to do it when they're there and they have time to sit down and show.
and when I'm not teaching at school, so, it's
Yeah.
been a bit tough, but maybe over the holiday, I should be able to at least start the meeting there.
Okay.
The next thing, with Michael Hell, I met with Michael, but I have not been able to get hold of him since to find
Okay.
out. I suspect, either because he's really busy,
Right.
because they're, doing the new budgets and everything for trash. And I suspect that whatever container there was for us might have been purloined.
I don't doubt that. I mean, I guess
It's fair enough. It's been years.
Yeah. And the reason I just wanted to find out is where are we starting from? Then we'd at least know what our baseline is.
Yeah,
Could you just send them an email?
I have.
Okay, you have, okay. Cause I didn't want to, I said, shoot, I could do that as well, but
No, no.
he's got a public email. He's
No,
probably-
I've emailed him
Okay.
a couple of times, and I will follow up again.
No, that's all right. That's good. And again, he's probably saying, I
Put
don't
in the
even know.
subject line, you owe me money. That always works, and they always open up the mail. Instead of just, oh, it's him again.
You know,
I know where you live.
Yeah, that's another good one.
that reminds me of a flight I was on recently with the people who do the safety announcements. People are putting things away. She says, did anybody lose this? And then everybody looks at you.
everyone
Now
looks
I have.
Nice.
Very
That's good.
smart.
Now that I got your attention. All right, let's see. Any news on the Facebook page?
No, I haven't been able to sit down or to get a proper line of communication with the city on that. So what my plan was, and I'm hoping to get this done by Christmas, is to basically just sort of sniff off everything I can from the existing Facebook page.
And make it,
Look at the city's Facebook pages and how they're set up and just try and match it as closely as
you
possible.
mean you could make your own?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
because
I mean, well, I know you
Really
can.
Get on
Yeah.
Facebook.
No, I don't.
yeah.
But I mean, I shouldn't have said it like that, that you were willing to do that.
I am willing to
Okay.
do that, and I would like to do that, and I'm sorry that I haven't just.
No, I
gone
think
ahead
that's a
and
great
done it
idea.
without it, it would have,
I wonder if they, because they called it, what you had made mention of it in
Clean
there.
Gloucester.
Can we still use that title, you think?
I think so, because, well, we'll use the, City of Gloucester Clean City Commission, I think,
Okay.
as the.
Flag.
Right.
Yes, thank you. I was gonna say nom de plume, and then I said, no.
And, oh, here, do you have
But
one
when you
more?
get to me, I'll ask.
Oh, okay, good. Yeah, never mind. I'm getting ahead of myself. Okay. So we're here to you. It's number 7. You wrote, as a means of right before you came in, we reviewed this,
Mhm.
which she had written and we're gonna get published.
Right, so I wrote this with Elise. Because I had initially said, our projects are gonna be, and then she said, no, it has to be in the third person, their projects are gonna be, so that. And she said she might even edit it more if she doesn't have enough space in the December edition, but I think this will be fine. So what I want to ask you then is I called it the Clean Gloucester Facebook page, because that's what the current one is, but if you're gonna change the name, then I'll edit this. I need to get this to her in 2 days, because the
Okay.
deadline to get into the December issue is the 20th,
Yeah.
today's 18th. So,
If we give it the formal name, then anybody can search on Gloucester Clean City or City Clean Commission or Clean.
Yeah, GC, yeah.
so change it
edits.
from Clean Gloucester to the full Gloucester Clean City Commission.
Yeah, just as the sort of formal title of the page. I think that probably makes most sense, because that covers all bases.
Mhm.
It's got all of the
Makes the
keywords
search
in it.
easier.
Yeah,
Okay, so I gave everybody a copy so that you could read this and see if you wanted to edit anything. And in the second line, John wanted it to say their initial projects will include voting, blah, blah, blah.
Yes, I think I
And,
agree with that, because it gives us room to expand.
Yeah. And we're gonna use his Outlook email as a contact until we get
If
another.
I get one fish on the line, I'll be happy to
Yeah.
answer. I don't think I'm gonna be inundated.
Because honestly, I don't know if people that read this newsletter are really doing email that much. I don't know. I'm making
Right.
an assumption. I don't know. Maybe they do. Phone number would have been better, but.
no,
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna give myself.
But anyway, read
I'll
this,
find
and
it.
if you want to change anything, let me know, and then I'm just gonna submit it to her tomorrow.
That'd be great.
No, that's
I think
great.
this, I really appreciate you doing that.
Because the next thing to do after this would be to submit something to the Gloucester newspaper.
Right,
Of some sort.
yeah. I mean, I think it'll be, again, it's free. Those are our initial forays in the first of the year. I think is to, just continue to expand, let people know we
Right, and
exist.
then when you get those generous, what do they call it? Generous gentlemen?
Generous gentlemen.
Yeah, whatever, when we get
Gary
that
list,
going, then we can add that as an update to
Yeah.
the.
And before you came in, we had, or remember why you were here as well. We, had discussed improvement efforts, no such luck, basically.
No, it hasn't been. Again, I suspect an element of that is we're heading into the downside of the year
Yeah,
and everyone's hunkering down and not thinking about anything other than the holidays. And they were thinking nothing beyond the election for a while there.
oh, I'm sure you're right.
So I suspect that when we regenerate, reaching out after the new year, we may be more successful. People will sort of, okay, new year, what's going on? Spring
Exactly.
coming.
People are gonna, I'm gonna have a resolution. I'm gonna get involved in something.
Yeah.
You know, kind of how I got here. It was all related to that. Lost my thought. So, before you came in, I'm gonna tell him she's, coming out of retirement. She went back to work, so she's gonna have a hard time being at the meetings, but we're gonna try to strong arm her into at least
Okay.
participating digital or remotely,
I
but,
see. Yeah.
so maybe that could be our recruitment effort, is to not lose one. Maybe we could say that that's,
Yeah.
that's our effort. We're going down more slowly. Yeah. Let's see. Right. So as far as future meeting times, I guess I'll leave that, open. I'll still strive for, the first Monday of the year, but you're gonna be out of
But
town.
you said January 3rd, but that's a Friday. You
Oh.
meant January 6th, because January 1st holiday.
Okay,
So January 6th.
So what's we
would be
looking at for the next,
Monday.
I have the 6th.
yeah, that would be the first
That would be
Monday.
the first Monday.
And you're still gonna be out of town, right?
I'll be out of town until February 1st,
Okay.
actually February 2nd.
I mean, that's also, I guess we could just wait till then too.
We could wait until the 3rd, which
Yeah.
gives us a bit of time over the break when I'm not teaching to actually try to do some of this work. So shall we just take a holiday break on the 6th
And do it on the 3rd of
and do it on the
February.
3rd of February when you're back? Then you don't feel missing
Yeah.
anything.
It's up to you. I
Well,
don't
that's a
want
great
to
idea.
hold anybody back. I
You're
just-
not holding anyone back, you're actually allowing us
And like, yeah, it's
a
kind
bit
of
more
like,
time to do our
Just
tasks.
skip in January.
I mean,
before
I've,
February 5th.
yes.
that's right. And it's kind of like a car. If we take off one of the wheels, we aren't going very far, so.
So are we agreed then that the next one is, are we doing 9th of December?
Well, I'm gonna be, that's why I, said in my email to you that I hope we could do this to split that, because I'm gonna be on a cruise from the 4th until the 19th. So I won't be here, of December, right?
Cool,
Well, that
so we're
quickly-
taking a break.
Right.
Yeah.
We're gonna come back on February 3rd.
We will come back on February 3rd and we will have things done.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and it's not like we're not getting things done. I think we are.
No,
The
but
fact that we're still here meeting with each other,
Oh, yeah,
you
yeah.
know?
No, that sort of reaching out and getting more information from the city.
I think it's a great idea. Now, as far as number 10, which is the annual report, unless somebody's dying to do it, I'm volunteering to write the annual report that would be presented to the city council whenever they would ask us to do it.
If you draft it and then we can,
Right, but by the February, I will have it all drafted, sent out to you. You can read it at your leisure.
yeah,
So how
absolutely.
does this
Great.
work? Do you have to stand in front of the city council?
I don't know.
and read it?
I mean, I wouldn't be afraid to do that, but
No, but what is the,
I don't know. I mean, I just know that it's required.
see, this is another
Yeah.
question that we have for your
Yeah,
house
I'll,
guests.
I'll.
In addition to like, did they have a treasurer? Where did the
I'm
money
trying to
go?
think,
Yeah,
have I seen
exactly.
annual reports like that before? And I don't think I've ever noticed. But that doesn't mean it doesn't happen.
So you'll draft it
Yeah.
and spread it
distribute it.
around before February
Yeah.
so that.
Oh, yeah, like I'll probably get it done by the end of the year.
Oh, great.
So you're gonna contact Melissa, right, to reschedule this meeting for.
Oh, yeah, that Melissa.
Ask her
Yeah.
when,
Oh,
how to present the annual report. When is it due? I mean, is it due in January or?
it's a great
is
idea.
February 3rd
She's very
okay?
helpful person.
She's
And
great.
She responds promptly too.
Yeah.
She answers her emails.
Promptly.
Yeah.
Great idea. Under other business, I'm gonna take the lead. You know, I thought it was interesting that when we were together last time, you told me about that emerald forest.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, boy, I said, you know, somebody's gonna, or I said, yeah, with a bush cutter, you could put that thing down. A week later, somebody had done that
Yeah.
around the edge. And then, of course, I read the paper about
Right.
why it happened, but wow.
So, I think the owners who have, they've done this before, I think, but they trimmed.
The owners
some of that.
There's
Parcel of
three,
land, yeah.
commercial condos that own the land that forest is on. They
Yeah,
just
and-
sold it.
They went in to tidy it up.
Yeah.
And
Where is
their
it?
subcontractors,
It's near
Emerald
the
Forest
car
it's,
wash.
yeah, by the
Like
car.
Oh,
when you
right.
go
Yeah,
past
no,
McDonald's
gotcha.
and you-
Maple Square, that
Yeah,
bit there.
yeah.
It looked as though they'd been a little overeager and cut back rather more than anyone was
I heard
expecting.
they got fined for doing that. and
Did they
had to
get
replace the
fined? I mean, I
trees.
think that's
Huh.
quite a good
Yeah,
thing.
I mean,
actually,
this is all
because-
like hearsay. This is.
Right.
what-
Yeah, I don't know if they were fined. I didn't follow up on it. I felt very bad for it because I know people are very, yes, people spend a lot of time
They're committed to
protecting that.
cleaning it.
Yeah, and it was,
Well, the rumor
It was
was that
bad.
they had cleared it because they were gonna build something.
they're not
But then
building
again,
anything there.
I think they just wanted to clean it up, so.
Yeah.
But it's all, they're like down at the other end by that copper place, there's a boat trailer that has been there so long that there are trees this big around that are growing right up through the, you just have to cut them down to get it out of there. It's amazing.
Yeah.
So, but that I thought was an interesting coincidence. I guess.
Yes, an unfortunate one too.
Yeah.
I think, yeah, sometimes people get the wrong message when they're asked to go and trim something and
Yeah,
they do a bit more hacking, thinking they're doing everyone a favor and.
it's probably how wide the machine was. is how-
Yes,
how big
yeah,
the
quite
cuts
possibly.
They made,
I mean,
you know,
Yeah,
so,
that's, anyway, it will grow back.
oh, yeah.
So,
Any others have, other business they wanted to mention or bring up?
not specifically, I'm still, this probably comes under the Facebook thing as well, but I think it would be great if we could, in the new year, look at some kind of a campaign of some sort, keeping Gloucester tidy. I mean, just to sort of somehow get a more public message to say, just set the,
And we're probably gonna need money for that.
yeah, almost certainly.
Do we have a
But-
contact at the high school? Can we get some of the kids involved?
Either of us could talk to,
James,
yeah.
they ever come back?
It's-
Who's James?
James is the principal.
Oh,
I mean, at least he would be able to direct us to.
To the right person.
Yeah.
right.
So yeah, if you make a note of that, we will, one or both of us will reach
Last
out to
name?
James
Cook.
James Cook.
Well, in light of, and I'm sure he's aware that the, what the, DPW guy told about the hot spot in Gloucester,
Yeah,
at school,
yeah.
so that's great. I mean, again, that's gonna just, be a synergy because they're gonna be, I'm sure that there's an organization of kids who would say,
Always
oh,
say,
we
yeah.
wanna, or whatever. Maybe we can have a kid be, an annual member of this group or something,
I mean, that would be, if we could get the council
Well-
to.
We should reach out to the Gillnetter,
Mhm.
which has a good reach, great writing,
Yeah.
often putting the local paper to shame.
Is that published
It's a-
online?
It's the high school newspaper
Right.
online.
Okay,
It's great. They
Yeah.
really have good.
well, I'm gonna go in and look at it. I mean, I read the local one.
Yeah, no, you should
So-
read the Gillnetter. I mean, I'm not dissing the local paper,
No,
but the
Like
Gillnetter for
gillnetter.com,
students.
or how do you find it?
I think if you just search for GHS Gillnetter, you'll.
And whoever is the editor of that paper will be somebody we could contact to.
I think it's entirely student.
The Gillnetter.com,
You see,
the
we're
student
all
news site of Gloucester
older.
High School.
Yeah,
And this is going to an older population. We need to get the youth involved.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, the Gillnetter.com is definitely the one to go to. Again, we can talk to James.
Just to follow up on your point that age, but not gender, is associated with litter. Littering. Younger people are much more likely to litter than old
Oh,
people,
really?
but gender wise, they're about
Oh.
the same.
How do you know this?
I just I looked it up on the internet. That's one of my, I Googled it, exactly.
Okay.
And in
So,
terms-
yeah, sorry.
No, go ahead. I mean, we're.
No, I was.
I think that's good. It's great to, because again, I think we may get somebody who's, you know, interested in this. There's got to be an environmentally interested student
Yeah.
somewhere at
Yeah.
the school, you know? Any other business?
No,
Okay.
not from my perspective.
And I guess I'll make a note to keep this, or that thing on our radar screen about us eventually recognizing people like the groups like Patty Amaral, like
Yeah,
the gregarious gentleman or whatever. Once we
Gregarious
get the ball
They get a
rolling.
different name. I can't remember it.
Garage.
Now they're gregarious.
garrulous, generous.
The garbage.
Scurrilous.
Grouchy.
Right.
Yeah.
The guy in Sesame Street called Groucho. Is it Groucho?
No, not
Listen to
Groucho, Grouch.
Cookie Monster?
No, the Grouch, the one in the.
Oh, yeah,
in
the blue one in the can, the ground. Yeah.
He's green.
In the
He's green?
trash can.
Oh.
Yeah.
He's green.
Blue, that's why Cookie
Oscar.
Monster's blue.
Oscar the
Oscar
Grouch,
the
Oscar the
Grouch.
Oscar the
Grouch.
Grouch, there you go. And as far as other responsibilities, we really are assigning responsibilities, which I patterned my minutes on. We've already discussed who's gonna do what, so I'm just gonna formally put those things in. You
Yep.
with DPD, you on Facebook, you following up and finishing, getting that out, and we'll reconvene in February.
And you've got us down to reach out to James about
Right.
students there
James
and
Cook,
also
yeah,
about
right.
who to contact at the Gill letter.
So, because I was going to suggest that I could try to contact somebody at the Gill Nutter if their name is available on the actual newspaper. I remember at our very first meeting, I thought one of you knew somebody at the Gloucester Daily Times.
I know
I don't-
Ethan.
I don't know
I can
Ethan.
put you in
He knows
touch with
Ethan.
Ethan. He's a great guy. I mean, he's not the only person there, of course, but yeah.
He's
I'll-
responsive.
Just-
I will get you Ethan's contact details.
Yeah, so we can just put some blurb.
Well, I can tell you right now, the editor-in-chief of the Gill letter is Lexi Thomas. She's a senior. She's been with the Gill letter for 3 years. There's a news editor, a sports editor. And
Wow.
I mean, there's a lot of kids.
But is there an
Young
email
people.
address on there, a general email address for anybody to submit
Right,
articles?
editor-in-chief, let me. I will, well, if you go onto the site,
I'll look at
yeah,
it.
you can see, but she's
Yeah.
got her email right there. That's almost.
Good idea too. And I mean, if the people in the newspaper, you know, have every day they have those little things going on in the community.
Mhm.
I bet you they would let you basically put that word for word in there, and it's about the size that they would put in, about 50, 75 words. That would be
Gotta
great.
start somewhere.
Yeah,
And if people are gonna have a New Year's resolution to join something and gotta start now.
Yeah.
Get into January.
Great to get. So you can start the meeting when I'm late. You don't have to wait for the quorum.
no, well,
It's-
I think I would have started it with 3 if you were on here, because I think 3 is technically what we need,
Okay.
so. But anyway, I'm glad you're here.
Sorry, I was.
So anything anybody else wants to discuss?
No.
Okay.
Other than just, we're slowly getting there, and I think we'll be ramping up in the spring.
And again,
For true activity.
I'm glad, I'm proud of what we've done. I'm glad that we're still doing it, and you know,
Committed.
it's fun. You know, and again, I walk around the city, you walk all over the place. I'm picking up trash in the street. Oh, that's what I wanted to say. You walk in Burnham Field much? It's all, you know, it's behind, like by St. Anne's
I
Church.
just pass by it like when I'm walking up to Market Basket.
Well, I go there every day, take my dog. In the summertime, there are 6 garbage cans around there.
Yeah.
We're now down to the summer or the winter one where there's one by the Yellow Sub, one by the Generous Gardeners entry, and one by the beginning of the park over by
Warner.
Warner, and that's it. You know, so it makes
So
it,
somebody took 3 of them away.
yeah. You know, and again, they have to empty them. So I think that that's part of the reason is that they make them much less in the wintertime. One, there's nobody there playing softball.
Yeah, there's a
And-
lot less usage.
Right.
Because the summer is all softball.
Yeah.
And other things going on there, so.
But yeah, it's just, I've had to, I just changed the way that I go. So when my dog goes, I'm close to a can, that's all.
Yeah.
All right. Well, listen, I guess we're gonna meet again next after the holiday. So have a great Thanksgiving and holiday.
Likewise.
And,
You too.
that's right. I'm gonna go from Barcelona to Fort Lauderdale in about 2 weeks, so that'll be fun.
I'm flying to Paris on Thursday night. Avoiding Thanksgiving like that.
Yeah, I'm,
Oh, is you gonna stay for a couple of weeks?
Well, we're gonna be down in England. We're going away for 12 days, yeah.
Nice, nice.
going up to cousins for Thanksgiving, which will be fun. Then Wales for New Year.
You go to Wales for the New Year?
Yeah, yeah. 3-day party at my sister's place, which should be fun.
Nice.
Do we have to do something to shut that off?
Yeah,
Yes,
we
I
do.
But
Are you
first, we
gonna
have to.
adjourn the meeting?
Oh,
adjourn the
yes.
meeting.
Oh, yes.
Oh,
I motion that we adjourn this meeting at 7:17.
Second.
Okay, all in favor?
Hi.
All opposed? Thank you for reminding me.
Yeah.
Oh, my.